Hey guys, it's Carmen, and for today's video, I'm going to be talking about what you should 100% bring to college. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about some college essentials that, at least for me, were very helpful and helped me get through my first year up until now, which is I'm in my second year of college currently. So, quick disclaimer. So, obviously everyone's needs and wants for college are going to be different, and some of these you might find essential, some of them you might not, so which is totally fine. Whatever works for you. Don't mind me, I have a script, I am reading my alrighty, so let's get into the essentials. So the first and probably the most important essentials that you will definitely need for college are either an iPad or a laptop. So I solely use my laptop for basically any assignment that we have online, whether that be writing a paper or whatever, writing or typing a paper, or just basically anything that requires a laptop. So I have the MacBook Air. I don't know what kind of model. I gotta tell you the model. But I've had it for a couple years now. I think I got it my senior year of high school, and works great. I highly recommend. But whatever laptop you like or that you have works for you is totally okay. Also have an iPad. And I think it's the 9th generation. I don't know. I can tell you. But so I'm fortunate enough to go to a college that's very small, and so along with tuition, incoming freshmen are allowed to choose whether they want an iPad or not. And so I couldn't pass that offer up, so I got the iPad. I got this my freshman year, and it works great. And so I use my iPad mainly for taking notes electronically for the classes that allow me to take notes. So, and the notes app that I use specifically is Notability, and which it's a really nice app. You should try it. I really like Notability. Another essential if you do take notes on your iPad is definitely an Apple Pencil for easier writing, because typing, for me, in my opinion at least, typing is more difficult on the iPad. If I have to, type a paper, then I usually only do that on my iPad. But if I can, write stuff like notes or anything, then I'll use my iPad. So, yeah. So, an important thing to note is if you have an iPad Pro or like any of the iPad Pros, you want to get the 2nd generation. But if you have anything that's not a Pro, you get the first generation, I think. Don't quote me on that. Just make sure you do your research and make sure you get the right one, because when I got for Christmas, my dad accidentally got me the 2nd generation, because I didn't know either, and I was trying to connect my pencil for like 10 minutes, and so I finally looked it up. I was like, oh, I need the 1st generation. So, luckily my dad was able to return it and get the 1st generation, so that doesn't happen. Just make sure, get the right one. Another very important essential, at least for me, and I'm sure for many people, are noise canceling headphones. So, for me, the brand that I have, the Beats Studio 3 noise canceling headphones. I've had these for over a year, I think. And they're very nice, because I like to listen to music and watch videos while I do any type of schoolwork, really, or just in general. And they're very essential, especially if you do homework like in the library or coffee shop, anywhere, pretty much, even in my room, because if you live in the dorms, if you live on campus, the dorms, people can get loud, and so they're very helpful for just canceling out that noise, because for me, if I hear any background noise, I get distracted immediately. And so yeah, these are just very helpful, and they're, you know, it's nice to listen to music when you're walking to class too. And yeah, especially because around my campus there's a lot of construction going on, and if they mow the grass or whatever, just make sure you watch out for cars. Be mindful of your surroundings. So, and I've used Beats since like high school, I think, and they last a very long time. Like for like one of the pair in high school, my pair lasted like pretty much almost all 4 years of high school. And so I highly recommend getting Beats. They can be pretty pricey, but I guess it just depends on the kind you get. But I know other brands like Sony or Bose, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Bose, they're really nice headphones. So just get whatever works with you. And again, for me, their earbuds hurt my ears, and also I have small ears, so earbuds just do not stay in my ears. And so these are much better, in my opinion, for me. And yeah, so any headphones, whatever works for you, get them. They're very helpful. Another important thing to have in college is a fan. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is or what time of the year. Your room will get hot and stuffy. Dorm rooms can be very bipolar. They can be cold 1 second or 1 minute and then get really hot the next. For me, I get hot and cold very easily. Like, it just depends on the weather or how my room feels. And so a fan is really nice to have. The fan that I have can access both a heater and a cooler, like AC unit, pretty much. So I've had this fan for like years. Used it all the time. Like, I use it at home too. But I brought it here. It's the Dyson hot and cool fan, but it's not the newer models are expensive. I've had it for years, so it's like one of the older models, but it works perfectly fine, considering I did drop it when I was moving back in. It fell in my car. Still works. But it's really nice. It has 10, like for the AC at least, for the cool setting, it has 10 settings. So like at night, I will blast it on the highest setting because I get hot during the night. And also it acts as noise, like white noise, because I cannot sleep without white noise. But it's very nice. Of course, you can get any fan, like just AC. You don't have to get a fan that has heating, because at least here most dorms have a heating system, so it's very nice to have. Another college essential that I didn't realize I needed, and honestly I didn't get until my second year, was laundry mesh bags. Laundry mesh bags help keep clothes organized, and they prevent like any lint or pretty much any lint or hair or whatever getting on the clothes as they're drying, which is nice, especially in college, because depending on what college you go to, my college does not have the best models of washers and dryers. So especially in the dryers, sometimes lint gets on the clothes and you just have to like pick it off. I'm like, it's annoying. And so I mainly use mesh bags just for my socks and my underwear, or any like little pieces of clothing that I don't want to get lost, because it's very easy for like socks to get stuck or lost in clothes or in the laundry, and then sometimes they can fall out when you're transporting them, so then you lose them forever and you don't realize until you're like folding your laundry and you're like, oh great, lost another sock. Because last year, my first year, I was losing socks left and right. And as a college student, you don't have unlimited pairs of socks like you would at home maybe, so that ain't good. And so they just really helped keep my socks organized, especially, and just clothes in general, because there's no way they can fall out of the mesh bag unless there's a hole in it. But let me show you the state of the laundry room the last time I did my laundry. Yeah, most of those are socks. Just all over the floor. And also lint and dryer sheets, but mostly socks. So I recommend getting them. And the good thing about them is there's like many different kinds, sizes, brands, whatever on Amazon, because I just got mine on Amazon and they're cheap too. And you can, whatever quantity you need, you know, whatever. So I highly recommend getting those for your laundry so you don't lose clothes, because in college you cannot afford to lose socks and clothes. Another very important thing to bring to college is power strips or surge protectors, whatever you want to call them. They are absolutely essential, because you may not think, or you may not have a lot of appliances that you need to plug into an outlet per se, but even if you don't, they will save you a lot of space. So I have at least, I think at least three or four. So I have one on my nightstand, or like shelf, whatever, for like all my chargers and whatever I need for my nightstand. I have one for my kitchen appliances, like microwave, fridge, whatever, and for my desk. And then I have another one for my TV stand, and which also has my fan and my gaming consoles and stuff. And so at least for me, or for my school, they highly recommend, I think they require, I could be wrong, but they highly recommend, or they require having them, because you know, a lot of people in like a shared space are using the electricity, and of course we don't want a power outage, because no one in school wants that. And so it's very important that you get them, because they can just save you a lot of space, and you can charge and plug in so many things. They're just really nice to have. Another essential, at least for me, and especially if you live with a roommate or with multiple people, is a big trash can and possibly a recycling bin. You may think you won't throw a lot of stuff away, like depending on what kind of person you are, but trash piles up very fast, believe me. Like, I live by myself and my trash piles up so fast. And so having a big trash can will save you from taking the trash out like every other day or every 2 days. So I think I have at least a 15-gallon trash can. I'm really not sure, but it's not like huge. But it's not small either. And if with that, I think I throw the trash away at least, or take the trash out at least once a week. It just depends. Sometimes maybe once every 2 weeks. Again, just depends on, you know, how much is in there, how fast it piles up. And also just make sure you get durable trash bags. I think the brand I use, I think I use the Glad trash bags, because it just sucks if the bag rips, because I had that happen to me once. My first year, I had that happen to me once, and there was like liquid on the bottom of my trash can. It was gross. I had to clean it out. It was horrible. I had to douse my trash can in Febreze. It smelled so bad. And also, so it doesn't leak and leave a trail while you're walking to the dumpster, because at least almost every day when I walk down the stairs to go to class or throw out my trash or to do whatever, there's a trail. There's just a liquid trail going down like 3 flights of stairs. And that's just gross. And no one wants to step in that or see that. So just make sure you get durable bags. So for the recycling bin situation, I just have a very small like tin trash can that I took from my bathroom at home, because I purchase and I drink like water bottles, because that's just my preference. And I also recycle like snack boxes, like crackers and whatever, and cereal boxes. So, and also like milk cartons, my coffee stuff, I recycle a lot of stuff. So, and it's just easy to carry, and then you just dump it. It's just, at least for me, of course, it depends on, you know, how much you recycle. So yeah, I just highly recommend like getting a big trash can and possibly having a recycling bin. it'll help you a lot. Another essential, at least that I use, and for me as someone who uses and does a lot of dishes, is just having a basket for dishes. So I think for the first half, or like the first semester, I don't remember, but for the first semester of my first year, what I would do with my dirty dishes is just put them on a random shelf that I wasn't using. And I mean, I would make sure that the dishes didn't really have anything in them. They would just have some residue, but like still, it's honestly kind of gross. And so I just purchased a cheap basket at Walmart. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like just a plastic basket. It's like this proportion kind of. And so when I'm done with the dish, I'll just place them in the basket. And when I'm ready to go wash them, I can just carry the basket to the kitchen and back. And it's really easy for transportation and just to keep the dishes in one place so they don't contaminate other dishes and whatnot. And again, you can just get like a cheap basket from Walmart or wherever. It really doesn't matter. But as someone who uses a lot of dishes, you should get one. But I also but if you plan on just using, paper or plastic stuff that you can just throw away, then you probably don't need it. Or you can just get a very small one. But I have a lot of mugs and like dishes and glass cups for coffee that I use, and straws. So it's very essential for me. But whatever your preference is, whatever you use, I highly recommend getting a dish basket. Another essential for me is drugs, but over the counter drugs, not legal drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. As a student athlete, medicine is very essential for me. I just have the basic like ibuprofen, Tylenol, Excedrin, melatonin to help me sleep at night, and then I have some NyQuil and some Dayquil, but luckily I haven't had to use those yet because I haven't gotten sick yet this year. So I recommend bringing any type of over-the-counter medicine that works for you, that helps you, whatever. Because for me, ibuprofen does more for me than Tylenol, but I have Tylenol, just in case somebody else needs it, or if ibuprofen for some reason doesn't work. And I use the Excedrin for headaches because I get headaches a lot. I get migraines. I'm prone to them. And Excedrin helps a lot. And it also gives me a boost. It has caffeine in it, so it gives me a boost of energy, especially if, my headache is preventing me or it's bad. I can't do any schoolwork or anything, but it helps out a lot. And I recommend also just having any sort of flu medicine or cough medicine, because you may think you have the strongest immune system in the world. You will get sick at least once a semester or once a year. Because I have a pretty strong immune system. But last year, I think I got sick at least 3 times. You will get sick at least once a year. Get medicine. Or else you will be miserable. Because I was miserable when I didn't have my NyQuil and Dayquil, because I didn't think I was gonna get sick. Because I usually don't get sick, at least when I'm home. But I got sick. It was horrible. I felt like I was gonna die. Get medicine. You will thank yourself. And of course, don't forget any prescription drugs, because those are very important. And last but not least, the last essential is lighting. So I have my video's inverted. I have these fairy lights behind me. I need to change the batteries because they're you can tell when they're like dying because they only cycle through 3 different colors. So I need to change the batteries. And then I also, you can barely see it like in the light. You can kind of see it over here. I have a lamp that you can clip like onto your bed, and it's just plugged in through an outlet, so you don't need to change a bulb or anything. And then I also have a desk lamp that also acts as some as a stationery for storage, where you can put pencils, pens, whatever you want. And it also has a couple outlets on the back, which is very nice, charge your phone, laptop, whatever you want. Yeah, and then I just have some decorations here and there for lighting. So of course you probably think I'm stupid, and I'm like, and you're like, but college dorms come with lights. And I mean, yeah, you're right, they do. But most dorms, they're fluorescent lights. And at least for me, for a lot of people, they're just very bright. It's just, and it gives me headaches. They can cause headaches and just overall discomfort. And change the settings on them. They're one brightness, and it's really bright, and it's not my thing. And so I recommend just getting, simple, I'm doing it again, simple, fairy lights, any little lights. And because especially for me, they provide a little bit of comfort. You can make the room your own, and it's just very nice to have. And with a lot of fairy lights, you can change the brightness settings, depending on what kind you get. I think I got these from Target for under $20, and there's many different varieties. Get whatever you want, get whatever you choose, it doesn't matter. And also I recommend just getting the lamps too, because they're very nice to have. Most desks, at least for here, our desks come with a built-in light above, but it's really bright. It's really bright. And so it's just too bright for me. So I just mainly use my desk lamp that I've had for years, and it has an outlet on it, so it's very nice and acts as extra storage. And then for the light on my bed, I use it in the mornings. It helps me wake up. As soon as my alarm goes off, I turn over and turn it on so I don't fall back asleep on accident. And it pretty much lights up the whole room when it's dark in the morning, so I don't really need to turn on another light. It's just really nice to have, and I can have it on at night when I'm doing homework, working on my computer, just doing whatever pretty much. So it's just really nice to have lighting. One thing I don't recommend getting is LED lights for your room, because at least for me, my college, you're not allowed to have LEDs because it can peel off the paint on the walls, and then you would have to pay a fine. At least I would have to pay a fine if you peeled off the paint. And also, I just don't see a point in it for me, because then you just have to take them down at the end of the year, and you can't really use them again unless you have a way to store them. So I wouldn't get LEDs, and also they're a pain to put up, at least from my experience of having them in my room at my house. So I just recommend not getting LEDs, because it's just not worth the risk. Alright, so those are all the essentials that I came up with for this video. Of course, if you have any questions about any of them, or if you have any other recommendations for essentials, feel free to comment them below. And if you think I should make a part 2 of other essentials, I can surely do that, so let me know if I should. So yeah, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this video, I will be posting more videos in the future. So yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye!